What's going on, everybody? Well, today I had a very good day. The gun show monster did me well. We had a local gun show here in town, and went up there yesterday late afternoon. Did a lot of looking around. Pretty good show for here. Not near as big as what you'd find in the larger cities, but they had a real good selection of handguns at this one, and I picked myself up a new handgun. Now, of those three, which one do you think it is? You guessed it, the one in the center. Yep, sure did. Picked myself up a Kahr CCW 9. I didn't get it yesterday. I was really torn yesterday whether to get this or not. I wanted another night to sleep on it, and I should have known. I got up this morning, did some more searching, sent some emails, did some checking on Bud's guns and what have you, seeing how bad I was going to get screwed at a gun show. And I discovered that I could pick up that gun at Bud's. Free shipping, no tax, but I would pay with a debit card. That adds 3% to the price on his website. And then my FFL fee that I would have here in town would put this gun a little over $400. All said and done. Well, this guy had this one at the gun show. He was asking $460 plus tax for it, and I got him down to $430 out the door, tax and all. So if my math's right, I got the gun for about $410 to $412, I guess, and then plus tax. So, I'm very pleased. Obviously, I haven't shot it. Our weather around here has sucked major butt. We had some sun yesterday, and we had winds approaching 60 miles an hour. I'm not a member of an indoor range. We only have one indoor range in town, and I'm on the waiting list to get in there, and I've been on the list for over a year and a half. So, sorry about that. If I didn't do videos only after I've been able to shoot a gun, I do like a video every 2 years. Well, that was sweet. Y'all see that? Stinking light over here on the right just stinking went out. Piece of junk. Anyway, need to get with it. I just wanted to let y'all know that I did pick this up. I brought out two other guns that are in the same category as this. I have my KelTec PF9, which is a 7+1. The Kahr CW9 is a 7+1, and then my Glock 27, which is a 40 cal, but eliminating ammunition out of it, the physical size and weight of the bare bones gun would be the same as a Glock 26 9mm. So I just kind of wanted to try and show this Kahr is right in the middle of these two, right dead in the middle. The slide width on this KelTec, I only have two hands, so I have to kind of do it like this. The slide width on this KelTec is 0.88 inches. The slide width on this Kahr is 0.90. I really don't know how well this is going to work. I got these lined up at the furthest point in the back. You can see that the Kahr there is just a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer than the KelTec. They both have flat base plate magazines in. You can see that with the magazine in, that Kahr is just a little bit longer. You compare the Kahr to the Glock. As most of us know, Glocks are noted for being a little blocky and chunky. The width on the Glock is 1.24 inches. If I'm not mistaken, I'm damn close if I'm off just a little bit, but it's 1.24 width. The length of the two, I'll put this one in the back, because the Glock handle is definitely going to be shorter. It's one of them there two finger grip guns. Okay, now the Glock, this is lined up real darn close here at the back end. The Glock overall here is about, I don't know, an eighth of an inch to, I'm sorry, about a quarter of an inch or so longer than the Kahr. But you can see that the grip on the Kahr is a fair amount longer. But one thing about this Kahr, and this is one thing I really liked about it, even without an extended mag base plate, I can get every one of my fingers on there. Not a problem. As we know with the Glock, not that way. So all my magazines, except for this one, I've got extensions on them. I know there's a lot of people that have gotten used to just holding on to a gun with two fingers, and this one can just do whatever. Maybe over time I'll get that way, but I'm not to that point yet. I like being able to get my fingers on. This one here you can see is the same as the Glock. It's a two-fingered job, and I don't have the pinky extension on this one, but my other magazine does. But because this is narrower and smaller, thinner, to me, I can get a better grip on this with just these two fingers versus with the little bit fatter Glock. You know, that's just me. We're going to get some weights here between the three. Like I said, the Kahr is right between the other two. Not a whole bunch of weight difference, really. But we'll start off with the lightest. Now all these are going to be weighted. Weight. Let's do it real quick. Move my camera, now I'm all disoriented. Okay, that one's empty. Kahr PF9, empty, flat magazine, 15 ounces even. Nothing there. Nothing there. The Kahr CW9, flat magazine, no ammo, 18.5 ounces. Glock. I will tell you, the slide and stuff on this Glock is superior to those other two. Granted, this Glock has been fired some too. The Glock, 21.3 ounces. And like I said, all these weights are with a flat magazine base plate. No extensions, no extra rounds. But this here is a 9+1 handgun, where the other two are 7+1. Okay, so with the Glock you are going to get the capability of 2 more rounds. Is 2 rounds a huge deal? Yeah, it could be. You know, it all depends on the situation. If the first 7 get it done, no, it ain't no big deal. But if they don't, it can be a huge deal. But to me, these three are kind of all in the same category. You know, they're good for concealed carry. This one here, for comfort, is the best in my opinion, simply because it is lighter and it is thinner. The Kahr being not much heavier and definitely not much wider, a little longer than the KelTec, and then the Glock, you know, definitely wider, nice and short, but she is blocky and chunky and heavier. And then you put 2 more rounds in this one, it gives you 2 more round capability, but along with that comes more weight as well. So all this stuff is a personal preference. You know, everybody kind of has to pick their poison. You know, since I started this whole gun thing, have been wanting to, I want some variety. I wanted to have different manufacturers, different brands. I wanted to try this, try that, and, you know, really experiment, see what I like. And, you know, I had this first. You know, you guys have seen the videos, the story on the KelTec PF9 sagas. But I really love this gun. I really love Glock. Didn't have a Kahr. Read and heard a lot of good things about Kahr. And as most of you know, Kahr handguns can be very expensive. $700–800 on some of their models. The CW series is their Econoline. Okay, you can save yourself a couple hundred. Yeah, let's say a couple $100 off of some of their higher end stuff. And what you're giving up, like y'all can see, the CW9 stamp there, not real pretty. Okay, that, not real pretty, not real crisp. There's not a lot of mill work and stuff on the slide. This thing here is, I don't know, just not as good a piece. To me, that makes no difference at all. This does have the, what I've heard them called hiney sights, combat sights. Good sights. Never had them, but I think I'll be okay with them. The rear sight is dovetailed, so you can adjust this. The front sight is pinned. Unlike on a Kahr PM9, the front sight is dovetailed just like the rear sight, so you can adjust it, slide it left and right. But on this model, it's just pinned. The barrel on the CW series has just got standard rifling in it. The more expensive ones have polygonal, whatever you want to call it, rifling. Standard rifling is better for shooting lead. If you load or you buy, you know, less expensive ammo or whatever, and it has just a straight lead bullet in it, it's not recommended to shoot lead out of them fancy barrels. Standard rifling barrel like what this has is what you would want. Shoot, I don't know. It's just not as fancy, but as far as the guts and the innards go, from what I understand, I'm not no aficionado on these. You're not giving up anything in reliability and It's just aesthetics. You know, I guess you could say the sight isn't actually aesthetics, and neither is the barrel, but as long as it gets the job done, to me, it's good. I have good luck with this Kahr. I could definitely see possibly a Kahr CW45 in my future. I was really kind of torn whether to get the 45 or the 9. I went with the 9 for my wife to be able to shoot it and cost of ammunition. So I'm going to ring her out and find out. Running out of time. I hope this had a little bit of information in it that you all can use. Appreciate the new subs. Going to enjoy my new handguns. Get out here one of these days and shoot the stinking things. Y'all take care. We'll see you later.